right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about some players that we need to apologize to.
This is some form of malpractice on the Kings' part. This is some form of malpractice.
I'm so proud of you.
Listen, Tyrese Halliburton has been the best player on that team.
The Kings are going to do what the Kings do. We should not stress. And I'm not going to talk about Sabonis in a negative sense because I think he's a great player. You get a two-time All-Star. He's a high-level player. He is versatile.
I'm going to eat shit on the Kings.
He can do a whole lot of other things. So Sabonis is a great pickup for the Kings. I'll say that. But
okay, so JJ, who won this trade?
Oh, the Pacers clearly won this trade. Yeah. The Pacers clearly won this trade.
This is so weird because I remember vividly on the podcast, check it out. I remember vividly on the podcast, I was like, okay, people are saying it was a block trade, L. I don't think that. If you recall, I 100% was like, yo, Fox's bonus can work. But if it don't work, pack it up. And that's where I'm cooked. Because I was like, oh, they not winning? Man, fuck it. Control alt delete, you're the Kings. Like, what are we going for? Mid? And I ain't gonna lie, they're still gonna have to cook me because I do see first round exit like shit. But at the end of the day, them being what are they, 2, 3?
2.
Some shit?
2, 3, yeah.
2 still? Yeah, man, hell nah. Yeah, like, y'all cooked me regardless. Like, I'm already wrong. It's just how wrong am I? Because I knew Fox and Sabonis could make the playoffs as an AC. Damn well ain't C2. So credit where it's due. Shout out to the Kings. I never thought the trade was that bad, though. I'll give myself a little bit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was about to say, hey, man, if they don't win, they still lost the trade. I ain't gonna lie. But to put that pressure on Darren Fox and Sabonis, I feel like is 1, too much, and 2, I think the Kings are a franchise that, like, yo, let's just see some sort of positive light. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just have some good seasons. I think there's certain franchises in the NBA that are content and are fine with just putting on a good show for their fans, right? And I think the Sacramento Kings, because of the market that they're in, I highly doubt like they're gonna get a crazy free agent soon, or even in the next 10 to 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So when you have these opportunities, let's take advantage. Hey, maybe we are that 104 Pistons in the last 30 years. Like, let's take a chance on that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for Sacramento Kings fans, man. Y'all are actually getting some good basketball in there. Now, when we saw y'all though, that beam was not lit against us, and I don't think it will be in the playoffs. But y'all are cool. Y'all are cool. Y'all are cool people, man.
Always disrespectful. Always disrespectful.
Y'all are cool people, man.
The Sacramento Kings have easily been the surprise of the season. A team that was projected to have the 4th worst record in the league by Basketball Reference is now 2nd in the West, and they're on pace to have their best season in almost 20 years. Now, one of the more polarizing moves of the deadline last year was obviously the Tyrese Halliburton Sabonis trade. As you can see, even smart people like JJ Redick, they thought it was an awful idea, and honestly, at that specific time, you can understand why. Tyrese Halliburton, only in his 2nd season, he was showing tremendous upside before getting traded by the organization that drafted him. In his last 24 games as a King, he was clearly outplaying Darren Fox, and Darren at that time, he was a little injured, and he was clearly regressing.
There will still be a playoff game, though. That's the thing.
That's the question.
But now, looking at that move a year later in 2020 hindsight, the Kings definitely made the right choice. Bro, 2 things can be true. Tyrese Halliburton can be a future star point guard that the Kings unfortunately lost, and Sabonis can be the perfect fit for the Kings, even if it meant losing a player of Tyrese's caliber, and that's been proven this year. Since getting Sabonis, the Kings have definitively the most consistent, efficient offense all season. Darren Fox is having the best season of his career. They went from being one of the worst teams in team assists per game before Sabonis arrived to now being one of the best. So the offense collectively is a lot more fluid. And I know Sabonis doesn't have the MVPs, and he doesn't get the most attention for his sweet no-look passes all the time, and he doesn't bring the ball to the court like a point every possession. But he's second as a big in triple-doubles only to Jokic, and first in double-doubles. And also, before Sacramento got Sabonis, they used to get destroyed on the glass consistently, and they really didn't have a true big.
Yeah,
Their
like
best rebounder was
was
a 6'8" Rashawn Holmes, who kind of vanished since Sabonis arrived, and Marvin Bagley, who in his last 2 to 3 seasons with the Kings only grabbed 10 rebounds in a game about 22 times. Sabonis has doubled that this year.
I was high on Marvin Bagley too, man.
They were
That's tough.
26th in rebounds per game, and even worse, 21st in opponents' rebounds per game. It's cool to not grab a bunch of boards if you're not giving up a ton. That's simply the pace of the game. But last year, they weren't grabbing a bunch of boards, but they were giving up a top 10 amount. That simply won't work. But this year, they're 22nd in rebounds per game, but they're 5th in opponents' rebounds per game. So they're winning that differential.
Damn.
They're also 4th in defensive rebounds percentage, and they have the league-leading rebounds, which is obviously Sabonis. Also, with Sabonis manning the paint like he does, creating better looks for that offense, plus the addition they made to the wings is definitely helping. You can clearly see the positive effects he's had on that offense as a whole. Last year, they were close to the bottom in field goal attempts with no dribbles. Typically, those are the best looks because they stem from some type of ball movement. Well, this year, they're top 10, and they're 4th in wide open field goal attempts per game. This is a lot of the same stuff Jokic does that Sabonis brought to that offense. And that's why those two teams, they mirror each other in offensive stats. Last year, as a team, they were 19th, 20th in passes made per game. This year, they're top 5 above Denver, and look who leads the team in that category. So this trade, it's completely transformed this team.
I think they have like literally the best offense of all time from an offensive rating perspective. And I understand why, bro. Because I'm going to keep it a bean. I've said it on the pod. I don't watch much Kings games, but I was forced to when they face the Celtics. Them boys just move around the court like at all times, bro. Like the ball movement is crazy out there in Sacramento. And I will say too, I'm very surprised because their coach is Mike Brown. And I just, the first thing that comes up to me when it comes to Mike Brown is his days coaching LeBron and the Cavs in like 2009. And I always viewed him as like a defensive coach. So for him to pretty much 15 years later, one, to still be in the league is hella impressive. But two, to coach one of the best offenses of all time, statistically speaking, that shit is hella impressive, man. That shit is hella impressive.
Impressive. Look, man, we may be unsure on MVP. We may not know 6 man a year, DPOY. Coach of the year is cooked.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Mike Brown by a mile. If that ain't Mike Brown, I don't know, boy. And fuck it. Souls and souls. I don't know nothing. Mike Brown has done a hell of a job with Sacramento. I haven't seen too many Kings games either because, unfortunately, they're still the Kings. I just see the logo, get turned off. I change the channel, I start editing. And I'm gonna be honest, but when I do pay attention, because I watch, when I edit, y'all, it's a one monitor's basketball, one monitor's the share screen, seeing my niggas die in Apex, and one I'm editing. So when I'm doing that, I see the Kings, and one thing I've noticed, one, baby Jokic, and two, they're always running. They're just always fucking moving, like in a good way. It's not like they can't run a set offense, but they're just gone. They hustling every time. Mike Brown got them boys playing. That's my clear coach of the year. I really don't think it's anyone else in consideration. I know y'all are gonna bring up names of good coaches. That's fine. We know who number one is, bro.
Sabonis, he's a massive reason as to why they're second in the West. But also, you have to give love to Darren Fox as well. A lot of people look down on this trade because they thought the Kings simply chose the wrong point guard. But to me, you gave De'Aaron that massive deal, so I didn't really mind riding behind his potential. And it's obviously paying off. This season, just look at how incredible this man has been down the stretch.
This is like if the Wizards found out how to build around Bradley Beal. This is kind of crazy.
Like if KP and Bill were, he's been the most efficient outside of Giannis because he dunks and he's a big and all that. But you get the point. So for the Kings, Mike Brown, he's the coach of the year. They had one of the more low-key but most paying off summers of any team. And with the current state of the West, I hope Kevin Huerter is okay. They seem like real contenders, like the Bean. Jalen Brunson, about that. He was a player that we kind of laughed at this summer. No,
I don't know if you missed, but he said, hey, they're looking like contenders. They looking like it. They looking like it, but are they really?
I'm gonna tell the truth, man. Look, one hit a quitter. There's always a fraud watch. It feel good to say that they good. We lying if we say they ain't on fraud watch, man. I'm sorry that they're my number one fraud watch team. I'm like, I gotta see that to believe that. And once I see it, I'm wrong, and I'm not saying I'm not already wrong. Again, there too. I gotta see that. That win a series, I gotta see it. I have to see it to believe it.
Hey, let them see Ja. It's gonna be parade inside the city, yeah. Yeah.
Way off top. You see the clip of Skip saying that shit?
Yeah.
It's a parade inside my city, yeah. All right, bro. All right, Skip.
Kevin Huerter is okay. They seem like real contenders, like the Bean. Jalen Brunson, he was a player that we kind of laughed at this summer, not because we were disrespecting him per se, but because of how big of a deal the Knicks' pursuit to get him felt like. Like, it was a huge deal for New York.
Yeah.
I mean, they hired his dad, they lost a draft pick for tampering, and it just felt like, damn, all of this for Jalen Brunson? Well, yeah, all of that for Jalen Brunson, and it's paying dividends in New York. The Knicks last year, and really for the last decade, they've desperately needed a true point guard. Did you know for the last 5 seasons, including this one, they've been at the bottom or near the bottom in team assists per game? But last year, they were top 10 in ISO possessions per game, but they were the least efficient in doing so in that top 10. So that style really didn't work. This year, they're still running a similar offense. They're top 3 in ISO possessions, but at least they have a true point, an efficient point in doing so. With Jalen Brunson on the floor, they have the most efficient offense in the NBA. Since he joined the team, they went from 22nd last year offensively all the way to 4th. And last year, they weren't terrible. They just simply didn't have a closer. For the season, even though they were 8 games below 500, they only had a point differential of -10.
I don't know if you saw that clip of Julius Randle, but bro was looking like a big James Harden out there, dog. Setback. Bitch, I'm like, what the? Julius Randle?
Julius Randle? Hey, no. We had to say, I'm like, Julius? Like, no disrespect. I'm not going to keep dunking on Knicks fans. Damn it, it's getting old. But I'm like, that Julius Randle? Like, purple, we had that nigga? Oh, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, looking at those baby Lakers, I'm not saying like y'all should have kept them, but hey, y'all had some rough riders for real. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I ain't gonna lie, if there's ever, and y'all comment below, we probably will never do it. I'm probably talking to my ass. Might get cut out. But like, yo, if we ever do a Souls and Sage Hood Classic, it would be my dumb ass editing the baby Lakers. It would 100% me talking about the baby Lakers. I love all of them. The only one that I wasn't sure of at the time was Jordan Clarkson, and he proved me wrong. I love every single one of them, all of them. Beautiful.
Meaning they were losing games by like 0.12 of a point a night. They were right there in all those games. Well, this year, it helps having one of the most clutch players in the sport, and they're only winning games by a little under 3 points a night. So you can see Brunson's impact.
Oh, yeah,
Klay Thompson,
you know Jimbo.
He's starting to heat up
back.
too.
Like all that stuff that people said, including myself,
stay at 7. Done and stay at 7, early please.
On. Yeah, that was never true.
Yo, side note, bro. I saw a clip of Jimmy Butler hitting a right wing 3 last night. Bro said, yeah, he been working on that shot. Damn it, yo, damn it. Fuck.
Nah. Hey, you know what'd be the funniest shit? Yo, chat, we be humble with it, or I be humble with it all the time. Imagine that nigga Jimmy Butler be watching all the Souls and Sage shit. Like, oh, word. Oh, this is fucking funny. Yeah. Oh, more edits. All right. Remember that. I can't wait. I'm going to keep the game close just for you. Hit them. If he hit one, I'm going to hear it. It could be the first quarter. He hit that pull-up 3. You going to hear it from me. You going to hear it. Oh, my Lord. Please, first round.
This is exactly what's going to happen, bro. We're going to meet them in the first round. It's going to be game 6 specifically. And because we have home court, we going to be at home. Jimmy Butler, TD Garden, game 6. Just start off the game. Oh, shit. All right, man. It's going to be a long one. This going to be, he's dropping 45 tonight.
I need that first round, boy. I need it bad.
I don't. Second round, but first is kind of crazy. Man.
In total 3-pointers made this year, okay, it's Buddy Hield, but he's played like 11 more games, and Klay Thompson is in close second. Klay Thompson still has that weird ability to get as hot as any player in the league. You know who has the most 10 3-pointer games this season?
Crazy?
Klay Thompson has as many as the next 3 combined. Also, I'm not sure if he will get it because he's played significantly less games than previous years, but he's on pace to break his own record in 3-pointers made in a season. So pace-wise, he might be having his best shooting season of his career. And
this is from a volume perspective.
The calendar year of 2023,
this man has
made the most 3-pointers in the entire NBA. He's averaging damn near 5 a night, and he's averaging 25 a night officially. I didn't check, but I'm not sure if he's ever had a better 2.5 months than this. So defensively, Klay Thompson may never be what he once was before those injuries.
As
Plus, the man
predicted.
is 32 years old, but this man will never, ever lose the art of shooting, and that's been proven this year. And lastly, James Harden. James Harden was a player that I kind of wrote off as washed last season, like most people. He was never the most in-shape player. But last year, especially in Brooklyn, for a player of his standards, it just looked bad. Like, he was struggling, beating people off the dribble.
I'll say this. He's definitely played much better compared to last year. So I'll definitely give him that. I still think he should have been an all-star. However, I think the notion was just that, once he moved to Brooklyn, like that 30-point per game scorer, 35-point per game scorer we saw in Houston, he's just not that guy anymore. And I will say, he's just not that guy anymore. Like, I know his role is different, but even if you put him on the Rockets, I just don't think he's capable of pulling off, I don't know, like another 36-point per game season again like he used to, and carrying them to the playoffs. Like, I know, like, they can give him the ball every possession and, like, literally tell him to score, and he probably could, but he's not the same, which is fine, though. It's a different part of his career.
Yeah, he quite literally was, 6 years younger? I don't know, something around there. Yeah, nah, he look, James Harden's a hell of a player. You could even argue, if you want to be disgusting, because you're lying, that he is a equal level player, go for it. But he's not who he was. He's not 36-point type Harden. He's literally a 21-10. I just pulled up the numbers. I was gonna say 22-10, but he's literally a 21-10 guy now. In Brooklyn, people were arguing that he was potentially at one point in time the best player in the league, but he still wasn't the guy in Houston. Not saying that guy again was better or worse. He's just a completely different player. So I think that take still stands the test of time. This attack that Switch is doing is only for people that like thought he was cooked, which a lot of people did think he was cooked. I never quite got cooked. I just knew that it weren't going to happen that year.
It was a turnover machine, and simply he just looked old. Even with Philly in the playoffs, he turned right back into that guy he left in Brooklyn. So I thought Thomas just caught on. But this season, he seemed to recommit himself physically, and he's having an incredible bounce back year. Joel Embiid is my MVP. Like, he truly deserves it. This man is out of his mind. Since the merger, he's averaging the most points per game by a center.
You say we owe him an apology?
Well, not really by far 2 points, but it feels that way. Forget centers.
What am I
if you want to
apologizing
go
for?
bigs, he's still averaging the most points since the merger. If you want to add the forwards in collectively, LeBron, Kawhi, KD, whoever, and T-Mac,
I thought his next
he's
entry
still
was
averaging the most
Embiid,
points per game since the merger. Basically, the only three players that average more points a night in a single season are arguably the three greatest scorers in modern NBA history. So that shows how great of a season Joel Embiid is actually having. And
this is cool.
A lot
Inflation,
of Joel Embiid's
Inflation.
success has actually been the James Harden effect. James Harden is
That's what I'm
leading
saying.
the NBA
And he got a pick and roll
assists per
maestro.
game,
You know what I'm
assist
saying?
points
Like,
created.
Now Harden's great. Oh my God.
hey, is he Amari Stoudemire with a J? Like, let's be real. Let's be real. What is he talking about, man? What is he talking about?
Oh my God.
Amari Stoudemire with a J. Like, damn.
Now James Harden is better. And all right, bro. You see this in 4K. See, don't save him. You see this shit. He was just saying that he's not the same anymore, and that's fine. Now it's he still got James Harden. Like what? Hey, bro. All right, man. All right.
Two things can be true at once. What the fuck?
No.
25 and 10 just isn't 34 and 8. Like, what the fuck? Come on, bro.
No. Agenda pushed. Agenda is pushed. Man, we ain't letting this slide, man. You know, fuck Jokic. Fuck it, I'm Embiid shit.
Hey, that's why we never gonna get an interview with Stephen A, man. Shout out to Kenny, man. But this right here, yeah, this is why we're cooked, man.
This shit, and them players be like, don't you dare hit them boys. Yeah. Now, shout out to Kenny, though, real shit. Shout out to Kenny.
Pick and roll. And I found this stat absolutely fascinating. Did you know James Harden and Embiid, they're leading the NBA in assist connection by a landslide? Like, it's not even close. And James Harden missed 17 games. Also, they're the first set of teammates to have a player in points per game and assists per game in 41 years. So that duo,
imagine if
it's been
Stockton
lethal.
was a lefty.
James Harden
like
this season is helping give their best player his best season. He's become like the best facilitator in the entire NBA. In Philly, they have the third best offense in the entire sport.
Come on, bro.
I got to give that man a
credit. Bo's only doing that.
Video. These are just some of the players that I believe we owe an apology to.
Yeah, the Kings one was a good one. The Knicks one was a good one. Philly. And looking back, Sage, no, it wasn't about Philly, bro. It was two separate entries. It was about James Harden specifically, and then I don't know why I talked about Embiid, to be honest with you. Again, what am I apologizing for?
It was boosting up Harden by talking about Embiid because Embiid is doing so, like, to this absurd degree, and he cannot do that without James Harden. So
as long as we got that clarified, that's fine.
But not that he doesn't have the ability to.
No, that's fine, Sage. So, like, who do you want to apologize to? Like, for real.
Fuck it. Y'all need to apologize to my team, damn it. Apologize to Robert. Apologize to... I ain't gonna lie. I ain't apologizing to Russ. I don't care about you turning your 0-4 start to whatever. I ain't apologize. I ain't apologizing to shit. Yeah, apologize to us, man. Look, if we don't make the playoffs, cook us. But y'all had jokes. We made a trade. We look like him. We just wish you made the trade, in the offseason. Apologize to us. It was predictable, low-hanging fruit, but that's where I'm going with it. Apologize to us.
Like, if anything, I have to apologize to myself for thinking that the Timberwolves were going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, no. I need apologies for telling y'all that Gogurt, Cat, and Ant wouldn't work. I ain't gonna lie, I called that. Apologies to the Jazz. I thought y'all had a shot. You didn't. Apologies to Dame. He's still in Portland. Yeah, we really will never get an interview. Holy shit. Apologies to the Rockets. Jalen Green can't save you niggas. Oh my God, they have 18 wins. Apologies to the Pistons for consistently getting in the... They might make the play-in talks and then being the worst team in basketball. Apologies to the Hornets. Miles Bridges is a gun toter. Damn.
Apologies for myself for believing the Lakers going into the season. I thought Russ was really gonna work, man. I thought Big Ham was about to ham it up for real, but hey.
Hey, that's your fault.
Yeah.
I got a serious one, I guess. People do need to shout out my Cavs, man.
My Cavs.
My Cavs. Oh, I'm a Don fan. What are we doing now? Don and my 3. But nah, people need to apologize to Big Don specifically, if not the Cavs, man. People acted like that team would have just been like, cool. Best 2K team of all time, by the way. I ain't gonna lie. That's the greatest 2K team I've ever seen. You don't be simming? Oh my God!
I'm just saying they are exactly what I thought they'd be. I ain't gonna lie. They did not surprise me, man. Did not surprise me.
You're pro Don. You're a man of culture. You're pro Don. A lot of people thought that Donovan Mitchell was okay.
Nah, but specifically after they started, I ain't gonna lie, man. This is a clear number 1 seed in the East. Nah, you're the 4th seed. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Please. And they can't win on the road. Sit down, bro. Sit down. Please.
Oh, apologize to me for not believing in the Hawks. All right, I'm done. Last one. That was the last one.
Shout out to Swish for the video. Links to his video will be in the description. And we'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.
Peace.